him to Detroit.
No! No, not Detroit! No!
What day is it? Monday? Oh, Monday!
Monday, so good to me.
Hey, it's Monday.
Medical
Monday.
Changes could be coming to Michigan's marijuana law. A new set of bills now being heard in Lansing.
Marijuana is not a drug.
And the bills would have major implications to small medical growers known as caregivers.
That's some heavy shit, man.
Small pot farmers in California say the state is not standing by its promise to protect.
Big companies were supposed to be limited, but some have stacked hundreds of licenses.
Stop hitting me so hard.
Created a cartel, essentially.
You have an industry allowing for businesses to operate like cartels.
But it's a Monday.
Harm has been done by the fact that we didn't legalize it back then.
Well, I don't know if there's any harm that's been done.
There was people getting arrested, there were people getting thrown in jail. I mean, that counts, doesn't it?
What kind of joint is this, man?
Smoking marijuana all in public. You would think that shit was legal. We the Pistons in the 899. Oh, bad boy.
It's just another medical.
And welcome Medical Mondays, y'all. This is your host with the most, THC, in his motherfucking bloodstream, BERG. Of course, that's Berg, motherfuckers. And man, you know, I got a special invited guest tonight, man. You want to show your face? I don't know if he wants to show his face or not. But yeah, huge shout out to
Oh man, thought you were doing the intro.
Oh
man. The
shit!
show changed that much?
Oh
the show
shit!
changed that much?
I did the
What up,
intro,
though?
man. Welcome to Medical Mondays, y'all. So yeah,
Though.
special show tonight. What up, though?
Yeah.
What up, though?
Yeah, man. Shouts out to everybody in the chat and the community. I missed you all. Feels good to be back in the virtual Medical Monday studio here. It's great.
Give a huge shout out to all of our awesome sponsors. Huge shout out to Native Made 313, Michigan Turf Farms, Tiki Man, SOB Labs, and Tree Street Packaging. Boom! And also, I want to stress the fact your state has a medical marijuana program. You need to go out and get your card, people. And
oh man, I just renewed.
Yeah, we did. Yep, I think we did it on the same day, man. So huge shout out to Detroit Certification Center. You can get at them at DetroitCertCenter.com, Detroit Cert Center on social media, or give them a call or text at 248-275-6707. Boom. And there's plenty of other people you can hit up. There's Michael Thuley up north, Pure West out west, GC3, Vehicle City. The list goes on, y'all. And it benefits you in more ways than one. I mean, it benefits you legally as well as letting these politicians know that we still here and we ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, no, I mean, really, it benefits the individual, but it benefits the community. I didn't just do it for me. I did it for us, y'all.
I know.
I did it for us.
Same here. I know Dog Catcher Farms hit Wheezy up too. He renewed all kinds of cards with her, so you know.
Awesome. Good shit.
Hit up Detroit Certification Center, tell them that Medical Mondays sent you there, and more than likely you'll get a hookup, y'all. Because I know when Dog Catcher hit her up originally, she gave him a price, and then it was like, oh, Medical Monday sent me, and it was like, oh, I got you, and hooked him up. I mean, not for free, but he got a hookup. So, also, I want to remind everybody that this November 24th, it's going to be the non-perishable food give back, y'all, and it's $5 without entry. Shout out JSH Enterprises and Nug Abduction Extracts for putting this on. Of course, it's benefiting the Capuchin Soup Kitchen as well as First Step Women's Shelter. Location to be announced, but it will be in Detroit, of course. So save the date, November 24th, 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. I know I'm going to be in the building. Native Maid's going to be in the building. I'm sure Chi-Town will be back in the building. He wasn't able to make it last time, but I'm sure he'll be here this time. Nug Abduction's gonna be there. Yeah, boy, Nice. Fuck Off Extracts. John Doe, and the list goes on and on, y'all. So save the date now.
If I may have a moment to discuss those givebacks, man. I went to the last one. I didn't really see what the turnout was as far as the donation, but I'm sure it was lit. But I went in there as a normie, as a normal person. I wasn't on the bill, and I got a door prize, man. Big shout out to Native Maid. Shout out to John Doe for the Pink Runts pre-roll. That shit was fire. And is it gonna catch? Shout out to Michigan Organic Rub. I don't know if you kids even know what Michigan Organic Rub is, but Native Maid, you are my heart. Thank you.
Hell yeah. And if you're around Detroit, November 17th, Native Maid's going to be at Dolph Day. And it's a give back tribute event. There's going to be all kinds of vendors. There's going to be music, food trucks, games, and cannabis. It's in Detroit. If you want to know more details, hit up Native Maid, or I want to say Mr. Kush 313 is going to be there too as well. So hit him up as well if you want to know what's up with that. But yeah, man, it's good seeing all these give back events going on. And what the hell's going on with my computer? There we go. But yeah, huge shout out to Native Maid. I guess we could well, before we get into anything, what are you smoking on, Roach?
Oh man. Well, it's my favorite part of the show, as you might know. But right now I'm smoking on a joint of I don't know what the name was exactly. Maybe it was Red Runts or something. I don't know. Some fire I got from Dog Catcher. That's for damn sure. So shout out to Dog Catcher Farms, always holding me down. But I also got this nice little backwood of some Block Party.
That's what I'm smoking on right now.
I'm ready to party.
Yeah, I got some Block Party rolled up. I got some Original Z rolled up. I got some birthday cake rolled up from Dog Catcher. And I got some permanent marker from our boy G. Shout out to G. Shout out to his son, Giovanni. It was his birthday this past weekend. So huge shout out to all the little ones out there getting bigger. And
man, that kid is smart as hell, man.
I was about to say that. Like for his age, the way he talks, it's insane, bro.
He had a whole conversation with me about dinosaurs, and like the other adults didn't know what he was talking about. Like, you know, I'm smart as a fifth grader too. But yeah,
But
man,
he ain't
shit
even in
impressed.
school. He ain't even in
No,
school yet.
impressive, impressive. Shout out to homie G. Yeah, man, it's been a minute since I had a microphone while Berg's dying. I'm just gonna say, man, shout out Michigan Turp Farms, shout out Native Made, shout out Dog Catcher. Y'all are the greatest, man.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't sure how people were gonna act after I was off the show, man, but those people I named, real as fuck. The rest of y'all,
Hash Bash Cash up in here. We got Mockingbird Media. We got Michigan Turf Farms Clover. James Holland. Much respect, man. Prop One. KK's up in here. Oh shit.
oh, man, shout out KK too, man.
Blue Brat. What up? What up? And yeah, man. Oh, feels like I'm forgetting something. I think we got it all. I usually forget to fucking ask what everybody's smoking on, but I asked that already. Native Maid said she's smoking on some Eastside OG by John Doe. Sure, that's fire. Uh, I've got some Block Party rosin. Damn, Mockingbird. Puffin or dabbing, my bad. Chef Rodney up in here. What up, though? Yeah, man. Before we get into the whole reason why Roach is here,
I wish it was for a better reason. I just want to say that. I wish it was for a better reason.
Bro,
I'm lighting the wood, man. Fuck it. Carry on. Let me not disrupt the show.
Nah, but I guess we could talk about some news stories, man. Like last week, I reported that Nebraska's medical cannabis votes will not be counted, but a judge just issued a statement saying that the votes will be it will be counted. So Nebraska might be getting a medical marijuana program. But the whole deal about it was it was about not ballots, but petitions. They were saying that they counterfeited petitions, that the guy just added names out of a phone book and wrote all the names in. It was all in alphabetical order. Like, you're gonna do it, dog. Pick random names at random times, but and the judge, they were trying to uh delay the trial till after voting, but the judge said no. So shout out to Nebraska, man, as well as the other states that are voting on weed. We got Florida, Nebraska, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Massachusetts is trying to add psychedelics. So they're going to be voting on psychedelics. But we talked about it a few times already about Florida and how it's all corporate down there and they're trying to go rec. And I'm trying to think of the company name. is it Trulieve or something? I think it's Trulieve. I don't know, but it's the company who basically owns the whole fucking state, Florida.
Yeah, I think here we have Trusanta, but
Yeah,
nationally they're Trulieve.
yeah, yep. So basically, they put like 1.46 million or yeah, $1 million in the pot, and I think the total is 1.7, and they put 1.4 in all the fucking ad revenue and all that shit. So, hmm.
Something to think about there, huh?
Oh shit, Chelsea's up in here. What up, though? And yeah, I guess we can get into that. Oh, well, before we get into that, real quick, Willie Nelson is putting out a cannabis book, a cannabis cooking book. Shout out to Willie Nelson. I just want to fucking say, I didn't know it. I did not know it, but apparently he has over 100 fucking albums.
Jesus.
Yeah, like he's 91. So how many? I mean, what does that make the average? Like 1.5 albums? No, I mean that would have to be since birth.
Right.
But yeah, and I don't know if that includes singles and how they used to do back in the day, 5-inch and shit. But shout out to
let him have it, Berg. It's
I know
Willie
that's what I'm
fucking Nelson,
saying. Like,
man. Let him
bro,
have it, bro. God damn. Like, no, Willie. Technically, no, it's Willie Nelson, bro. He's got 237 albums, I heard.
yeah, man. I guess so. But yeah, shout out to Willie Nelson. All these celebrities are putting out cookbooks. I think fucking Snoop Dogg just released one recently too. Another one. I don't think that was even his first one. So the CRA made an announcement today, y'all, and it's a formal complaint. And it is against Trusanta LLC.
No way.
Yeah. So in April 2024, the CRA intelligence analyst discovered that respondents submitted numerous marijuana samples for testing at a licensed marijuana safety compliance facility without recording the samples or test results into the statewide monitoring system. And according to associated invoices and certificates of the analysis, respondent transferred approximately 100 different samples of marijuana products to the lab from April 5th through September 29th, and approximately 53 out of the 100 samples failed testing due to the presence of heavy metals, solvents, and or banned pesticides. And the samples
Doesn't sound healthy.
No, the samples tested at the lab shared common numbers or discrepancies with products in the respondent's marijuana inventory and metric. So there's numbers switched around here and there. For example, the sample listed on April 5th invoice shared the similarities with the product in the respondent's marijuana inventory as follows. And it lists all kinds of distillate, crude waste trails, crude RSO, crude waste heads, THC distillates. It's basically all kinds of concentrates. The respondent did not make any inventory adjustments or otherwise document it in metric. On May 29th, the IA interviewed respondents employee TD NC and DM regarding the transfer of samples to the lab and the source of the products tested at the lab. NC explained that the respondents' employees dropped off the samples to the lab without using the licensed secure transporter. And TD and DM further claim that the marijuana being tested belonged to the respondents' employees' friends. So it wasn't even their weed. Like they're purchasing weed from somewhere else or growing it in an illegal facility and doing the old switcheroo. So on April 10th, 2024, respondent created 133,051 grams packaged in distillate and labeled it in metric. On the same day, the respondent arranged for distillate of the same sample for the safety compliance testing. The sample was labeled in metric and it passed safety compliance testing, showing no detective of banned chemicals. On April 29th, the respondent transferred 75,000 grams of distillate to another adult marijuana processor. According to the metric, the other processor created 15-gram packages from distillate and arranged for these 15 packages to be sampled for the research and development testing. Of the 15 packages, 11 failed. And this is all supposed to be the same distillate.
I don't think they heard you, Berg. Did you just say out of 15 products?
11. 15 different samples of a previously passing solvent, distillate ended up failing. 11 out of 15, y'all. So it failed due to detections of binephrine, a banned chemical above the action limited established by the CRA. During an investigation into the discrepant test results on May 9th, 2024, the CRA requested respondents' video footage showing the creation of sample, including all camera angles of the entire sampling event, start to finish. In its initial response, respondents submitted video of only one camera angle showing the entire sampling event. The video from the camera angle showed the respondent employee TD remove a 1 liter jar with an orange lid from an oven, then the 1 liter jar to the sampling technician. The respondent also emitted video from the second camera angle as a part of its initial response, but this video did not include the entire sampling event as requested. The IA made a second request for the missing video on May 17th, but the respondent advised that video no longer existed. Damn. So, what the fuck, bro? Got a show going on. But on April 11th, 2024, staff conducted an unannounced audit of the respondent's business. The CRA staff observed 3 black totes with yellow lids filled with marijuana stems with metric tags on them. And goes on to say the fucking metric tag numbers, and those numbers were affixed to them. Respondents' metric inventory, these 2 tag numbers reflected that both items had 0 weight and thus should no longer exist in the respondent's physical inventory. And then the respondent voluntarily destroyed the stems. I mean, what do you think? Why do you think they had the stems in there? I think it was just for show. Like it's something to be there in the camera's view. But maybe I'm just tripping.
Yeah. Or they process some shit off camera.
Yeah.
And just being messy.
Or they brought some shit in, bruh.
Yeah. No, they were
I mean,
probably
how are they gonna go from distillate that passed nothing, no, it's tainted, zero, to making 15 different samples and 11 failing?
I mean,
it wasn't even a week. It wasn't even a week.
I would say out of 15 samples, only 4 were viable.
Yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's sad as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
like
right,
I don't think they're even trying to be slick about it. They just want to fucking. They're not even worried about getting caught. They don't think they will.
Respondents' employees stated that they processed the above referenced wet whole plant packages to distillate and directed CRA staff to a blue barrel purportedly containing this distillate. The barrel had a metric tag number such and such affixed to it. A short time later, claimed that the metric tag, the same metric tag numbers have fallen off the barrel, that they also affixed the tag to a blue barrel of distillate after finding it on the ground. So they're just putting the same metric tag on barrels. So the same metric tag from the barrels were also affixed to a 1 liter jar of distillate in another area of the business. So they have multiple numbers, metric tags of the same item on 3 different things. Well, 2 barrels and then another jar of a liter.
Well, yeah, they're making the most of their fucking metric listing. Like once they get a number, they're gonna get their dollar out of it. It's crazy.
So the CRA staff asked for the respondents to provide all camera angles and surveillance recordings from the business, including video covering specified rooms within the business during that CRA's audit, and the video showing the business during the prior 30 days. The recording showed that TD changing metric tags on the above referenced blue barrel of distillate approximately 10 minutes before CRA staff entered that room. So the CRA was in the building, and then 10 minutes before they walked into the room where these barrels were, this motherfucker's there fucking putting a tag on it that wasn't there before. Specifically, the recording showed TD removed the yellow medical marijuana metric tag from the barrel and replace it with an adult use metric tag number. The recording showed that TD removed all adult use metric tag numbers from the nearby bucket and placed it on top of a table near the blue barrel. TD never mentioned these actions to the CRA staff during the audit, even though he presented the barrel to them soon after placing the metric tags on them. And surveillance recordings also showed that the marijuana products were untagged when the CRA staff arrived on site, that the respondent staff affixed adult use metric tags to the product while CRA staff waited in another area of the building. So as they're in the fucking building, they're just running around and back, fucking switching tags or printing out multiple tags of the same fucking thing. And, oh, they ain't gonna check this shit, you know? But yeah, man, they're getting hit up on 9 different counts. And this is, I want to say there's four or five of these, and apparently it's all different fucking shit from different facilities, and they're all getting formal complaints today. So, the one that I just read for was for this one was for Hazel Park, but they also got fucking shit sent to Warren as well. And shit, I want to say there was 3 other ones that were sent to me. So, and this is just from the same. This is the same company, just different facilities. So, hey,
I don't know. Is it just me?
Making weed legal will make it a lot safer, Roach.
For who?
For these companies.
For corporations to come into fucking neighborhoods and communities and take money from hardworking people and line their pockets? Is that what they meant by safer? Because that's all I see.
Well, the politicians were fucking getting their pockets laced before the shit was even in term. Like,
for sure.
The Speaker of the House, Rick Johnson. I want to say he fucking, like, he tried to fucking appeal this shit, and the judge said, "Get fucked."
I don't know, man. Is it just me? Or does all of this shit kind of remind you of another complaint from like last year and a half ago? Caused a certain influencer to flee the country. And pretty much got everybody's license canceled here in Michigan.
Are you talking about Fuego?
I'm talking about Fuego.
Bruh. I don't understand it, man. So yeah, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, these motherfuckers need to be shut down, and if these are just formal complaints. I don't know, but they're gonna have to go before the board, and hopefully the CRA announces that they're shutting all them motherfuckers down.
I never saw this angle before because I thought that it wasn't possible, but maybe the way the patients and the caregivers win is that eventually none of these people are going to be able to operate in the state because they're going to get caught for doing like these egregious things. Because like I knew there was going to be some shady shit, but they can just throw money out.
No, like I said before the show, and you've been saying it for years, like these motherfuckers are gonna just pump out all this fucking trash and flood the fucking market and drop the price, and nobody's gonna be able to fucking afford to grow their own shit. I mean, bro, thank God for the fucking caregivers that are still here, still in it, still doing it.
Salute. Yeah, no, it's crazy because when I would say that, people would just be like, "Oh, people want good weed. They're not gonna buy bullshit." But guess what?
Bro,
it's 2024.
They're buying bullshit.
People are buying bullshit and loving it and acting like it's Like they're coveting it. Like, look what I got for $35.
Yeah, bro. Oh, I got 2 ounces for $65.25. $65.25.
Get the fuck out of
2 ounces? Oh yeah, it was buy one get one free. Why do you think they're just and like, bro? And I opened that shit, and that shit was like they had to spray like fake terps on it, bro, because it was like candy-esque. You know what I mean? Like, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. I ain't smoking that shit. I bet you all that shit's been remediated and then terped back up.
Bro, that shit is like a $90 ounce if you go to New York, man. They want that spray shit.
Bro,
They
I
like
heard
they
prices
desire
are
it.
insane. I heard the
They
prices are
desire it.
yeah.
It's crazy.
Oh, that shit's gold? Yeah, give me some of that.
Oh man, I forgot about them cats.
The sparkle weed, bro. You fucking break that shit down and like just glitters in the air. Like,
Bro, that niggas was smoking that ninja scroll and shit. Like you move the blunt and there's a little trail behind it. Just fucking I don't know. What is that? Glitter? Glitter dust?
bro, I don't know. Whatever it is, I don't want to smoke that shit.
Yeah, they never touched down with us and got us some of that shit so we could study it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'd have to wear gloves to break that shit down.
Dog, you need fucking
Bro,
some type of
remember? Dog, I
respirator.
think I got it somewhere, but
A respirator, some gloves,
unless I
a whole
deleted
bunch of
that
shit.
shit. I might have deleted it.
Tyvek suit.
It was on my desktop forever. And then I think I just hopefully I put it in it. I don't even want to play it, but fuck that shit. It's horrible. Played it several times on the show in the past stuff. So if you guys want to see that, what was that? What was the company's name? Do you remember? They came on the show and talked about it. But yeah, scroll through the shows and look for some glitter weed. I mean, it almost looked like the fucking buds that they coat with gold or whatever, and motherfuckers wear them as fucking charms and shit. Except they were breaking it up and fucking smoking it. And there's a video of the dude breaking up the purple or the blue diamonds. They got the silver diamond or what did they call it? White diamonds? Or was it? I don't know, man. And then they had the gold. But they also had some pink shit that we didn't see that they talked about during the show. Damn, what the fuck was that?
And they had it all, man. It's great.
Yeah. Oh shit. Well, there's like 22 people in here. I guess we can
Man. So get it over with, man. Like I've been sick about this shit for a minute. And I'm not gonna say I don't know how somebody could just say anything without like any information or like I don't even know
knowing
where this
nothing,
originates from.
knowing nothing about someone at all. At all.
And and like I don't know nothing about them either, so I'm not really gonna say too much other than like it's disgusting that you like are even like thinking like this, especially since you I have communicated with, have been around these people, but you feel some kind of way. I don't know.
They've
I don't know,
been on
Bird.
the show. they've tried to interact with. I mean, she tried to fucking interact with me at fucking places that was like just too loud. So I just like, I can't hear you. Peace out. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. So what was it? It was last week when I got this.
Something like that.
So yeah, I'm not gonna put any names out there. I'm not. I want to say her name is mentioned in the fucking tape, but I ain't even gonna say this fucking bitch's name. I'm not saying where I got it either, but if you're gonna fucking talk shit about somebody, you might want to make sure that the person you're talking shit to ain't cooler with them than yourself. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? All right.
You know, and to all the people out there that are cool with this person, that are also cool with me, or at least know of me and my character, like pull your girl to the side, man, because this is completely out of pocket.
You know, and I just want to add that, you know, if she's telling this shit to a stranger that she's never met and is in a totally different state, I might add, and just making these fucking statements, like, I don't give a fuck. That shit's trash as fuck. So I guess I could play the audio.
Yeah, no, and I'm just gonna say, man, like I've never smoked a fucking square on the show, until right now, man, because like I'm trying to stay calm, and it's not like I don't even have anything against this person. You know, like I'm not here to badmouth or anything. But let's clear the air and let's be very clear.
I am.
Let's be very clear, man. Like this is not what it is. And
no, like straight up in the past, I would have let this shit go. I would have we wouldn't even have fucking discussed this on the show, because on the show it's supposed to be for y'all. We don't want to make the show all about us and our drama. And for this bitch to come on here and say this fucking shit, nah, man. Like, we always kept the show and our personal shit separate. 100. Like, there might be some life fucking shit that happens that we mention on the show for a second, but we don't make the whole show about that shit. But yeah, I guess let me play this shit.
Oh, I'm gonna mute.
Yeah, I'm muting too.
Yeah, but if there's any confusion,
real rough shape. His body is like just absolutely rejecting him at this point. But you know, when you do bad things throughout your life, I don't know. I don't have too much sympathy for him.
So what's the deal here, Stacey? It sounds like you got something saucy.
And you know, he has a lot of stories. He has a lot of really good stories, because he does have a extensive history of being like advocating for cannabis.
Yeah, for sure.
For the
And
past
that all
50
checked.
fucking years.
That all checked out for sure.
Yeah, and so he does have some really good stories. I'll never take his history.
All right, I just want to clarify, these first statements are about Adam. If you can put that together, but all right, that's all I wanted to add. If you didn't know who she was talking about.
He's in real rough shape. Yeah. Real rough shape. His body is like just absolutely rejecting him at this point. Yeah. But you know, when you do bad things throughout your life, I don't know. I don't have too much sympathy for him.
So what's the deal here, Stacey? It sounds like you got something saucy.
And you know, he has a lot of stories. He has a lot of really good stories, because he does have a extensive history of being like advocating for cannabis.
Yeah, for sure.
For the
And that
past
all
50
checked.
fucking years.
That all checked out for sure.
Yeah, and so he does have some really good stories. I'll never take his history away from him, but his history is what, you know. So when I first started advocating, and I went on something called Jazz Cabbage Cafe.
Yeah, I've seen a couple.
It's not in existence anymore.
I've seen a couple of those. Rodney showed me a couple of those. Yeah.
Yeah, that is a really good catalog to go back through. It, Rick Thompson, the main host, and he was also the president of Michigan Normal, ended up passing away. He got really sick. Like, it was fucked up. It was real quick. All of a sudden, oh, Rick's getting headaches. Oh, Rick doesn't feel very good. Oh shit, Rick has aggressive cancer. Oh, and Rick is dead.
Oh, damn.
Like, bam.
Yeah.
And Adam knew him very, very well. They've been, in the same circle for quite some time. But anyway, after I had done that, I had gotten attention from the guys from Medical Mondays.
Yeah.
And there's Berg and Roach.
Right.
And those guys have, I could tell you there's fucking stories too. They're all, so the Medical Mondays used to have a guy named Jamie Lowell on it. And Jamie Lowell doesn't do it anymore.
Even though he was on last week and the week before that, he did. Jamie doesn't want to have anything to do with Medical Mondays.
He's in real rough shape.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, when are you going? And those guys have, I could tell you there's fucking stories too. They're all, so the Medical Mondays used to have a guy named Jamie Lowell on it. And Jamie Lowell doesn't do it anymore. Jamie Lowell was fucking Rick's best friend. Jamie Lowell was the co-host of Jazz Cabbage Cafe. Adam would often join in on, not all the time, but would join in on Jazz Cabbage Cafe.
Yeah.
Adam reached out to me. It was either Adam or Berg reached out to me. They're like, all right, when are you going to come on Medical Mondays? I was like, and I was kind of apprehensive to do it for quite some time. And the reason for that is because before I had my experiences with Adam, a very prominent advocate who is a mentor to me, she was like, be careful. Adam is like the stoner Harvey Weinstein. And I was like, and I thought it was funny. Cut to, I do Medical Mondays, and, I had learned about Berg and Roach from some other women in the industry. And, on the advocacy side, not on the license side, okay? This is all these are all Adam and like the Medical Monday, they're all trappers, but they're not even trappers. They're like fucking lowlifes, okay? They used to have quite a following. Their show, which Adam is still very much a part of, I believe. I haven't watched in a very long time.
It was on there for sure when I did it.
Yeah, they are, they're just really gross people. The show started as like a review these weed strains show where they would just like get high and like talk shit. And then they started realizing that the more crazy shit they would do, the more views they got. So they went this weird kind of like Jerry Springer route, and they would like have girls on there like shaking their ass on the show where they would just like bizarre. And then somehow
I missed that part of it. Yeah.
it devolved. It did evolve for a minute into
I want to replay that.
They would just like get high and like talk shit. And then they started realizing that the more crazy shit they would do, the more views they got. So they went this weird kind of like Jerry Springer route, and they would like have girls on there like shaking their ass on. It's just the whole thing was like bizarre.
Oh. Bruh, show me one show. When Roach, when did this happen, man? I missed it. I must have took off
Yeah.
that show.
Yeah, I don't know when we were doing Jerry Springer-esque stuff on here. I think like the closest might have been like a Forever J
Forever J.
episode.
Yeah. That was the worst we ever did. That was the first time we ever caught flack for having somebody like that on.
Well, that we actually just really, I won't say like attacked, but we were unkind to that young man. To say the least.
We were brutally honest with that young man.
Yeah, no, like you know, and like when she's like, "Oh, I think somebody asked me to be on the show," she acts like that's special.
Yeah.
Because if you're doing anything in cannabis, either me or Berg is going to ask you to be on the show for free. We're not charging you.
No.
So as a platform for everyone to succeed, as a
Hey,
platform for everyone to learn.
I'll admit, in the very beginning, when we were first starting out, there was this bitch ass motherfucker that wanted to be on the show so bad, and we charged him to be on, and then he didn't even pay us.
No, he didn't even pay us. I remember. I remember that guy. I still follow him.
And that's when we stopped. That's when we stopped having bitch ass motherfuckers on.
I mean, I was waiting
Like,
for
she
him to
doesn't
blow
even
up.
know. Like, we started off having growers and fucking hip hop artists. Bitch, we've had fucking Darren McCarty on when we were still in a studio, not even on YouTube, ho. Like, we've had Bizarre from D12. The list goes on and on. We've had Boss, R.I.P. Boss. Like, you have no idea who the fuck we're talking about, ho.
Yeah, and like in no way, shape, or form was it Jerry Springer-esque or anything other than like some people having a decent conversation about something we're all passionate about. I think that's the
That's how
recurring
it
theme
started
that
off.
runs.
Yeah.
That's the
That's how it
recurring
started off.
theme that has run through every show that I was a part of.
Medical Mondays, motherfucker. Who's been? I bet you I've been telling people to get their fucking marijuana card way before you even fucking thought of that shit. Like, people don't understand. It's like going on 10 years.
And like really, man, like we really, I don't know, at least me personally, I don't feel like I really need to defend. I'm not, when you called me and let me know that this was a thing and did I want to come on and talk about it? I do. And I'm here, but it's not that I want to talk shit. It's not that I feel I need to defend myself in any way, shape, or form. I want other people to know that this is who is in your midst.
Yeah.
This is who you got around you, and this is who is fighting for us now. And
somehow
this is just the beginning, y'all. This is just the beginning. Let me play some more of this shit.
Yeah, man.
It devolved. It did evolve for a minute into a show where they really started having advocates and like talking about a lot of the shit that was going on in the industry, and they started a boycott that got really fucking big here. Really big, to the point where it stopped these really bad bills that were going through.
They were boycotting legislation.
Yeah. It was these bills. It was 5301, and through those that were tie barred to it. There was like 6 bills altogether that were tie barred that essentially was going to completely gut our caregiver system here.
Yeah.
Our like right to grow, and that was the whole point. There was this group of it wasn't just license holders. It was like big tobacco, big cannabis, like the biggest cannabis companies in the state, and these like MSOs, and that was the whole point. Their leader, Steve Linder, they have since quote unquote dismantled, but they're just doing shit like in the work or underground. instead of in a registered lobbyist group like they had, which was called the MCMA. Adam would be able to expand on this.
Yeah, I've heard of that. I've heard of that group. I think Rodney talked a little bit about them.
Yep, totally.
Yeah, because all the info we get is from Adam.
They would just get high and talk shit, and then they started realizing that the more crazy shit they would do, the more views they got. So it stopped these really bad bills that were going through.
They were boycotting They were boycotting legislation.
Yeah. It was these bills. It was 5301.
And you can't fucking boycott legislation. Yeah, that's what they did. They were boycotting. No, boycott was about the companies that were fucking putting this legislation in front of fucking, but yeah.
One, and through those that were tie barred to it, there was 6 bills altogether that were tie barred that essentially was going to completely gut our caregiver system here.
Yeah.
Our right to grow, and that was the whole point. There was this group of it wasn't just license holders. It was big tobacco, big cannabis, the biggest cannabis companies in the state, and these MSOs, and that was the whole point. Their leader, Steve Linder, they have since quote unquote dismantled, but they're just doing shit in the work or underground. Instead of in a registered lobbyist group like they had, which was called the MCMA. Adam would be able to expand on this.
Yeah, I've heard of that. I've heard of that group. I think Rodney talked a little bit about them.
Yep, totally. Anyway, so the Medical Mondays guys started a boycott against all these companies and shit, and that shit worked.
Nice.
It really did, and so they took that, Adam and them took that kind of fame or whatever you want to call it, that success, and ran with it. And anyway, that's just that part of them, and Adam's contribution with them. Adam is definitely not.
All right, I just want to add, man, Adam didn't give a fuck about the boycott. He didn't even go as far as to say it wasn't even a real boycott. But she's giving this motherfucker credit for the boycott. How many? I don't even know how many shows even fucking went by that fucking anybody even knew that it was us doing the boycott. You know what I mean? How many we did probably a month worth of shows before anybody even knew that we did that shit. And she's giving Adam all the credit.
Well, because I'm going to go so far as to say that her problem is with Adam. As the conversation progresses, the majority of her thing is Adam, but she's sprinkling Roach, Berg, Roach, Medical Mondays, the show, and intermingling it with her feelings for Adam. And it's fucking not cool at all.
I just want to add, Medical Mondays didn't start with me and Roach. Shout out to my dog, Olin of Tap Detroit. He's the one that started Medical Mondays. And then fucking Reinhardt, I forget his fucking first name, but I ended up being his co-host, and then Olin booted him out and handed us the show. So you don't even know your fucking history. You're trying to man, whatever. Here we go.
Ouch. Accepting gifts either. He's all about, he's like, send me things, send me stuff in the mail. He's like, I'll take all your drugs. But speaking of sending things in the mail, so
wait,
and
yeah,
anyway, that's just that part of them. and Adam's, contribution with them. Adam is definitely not shy about accepting gifts either. He's all about, he's like, he's like, send me things, send me stuff in the mail. He's like, I'll take all your drugs. But speaking of sending things in the mail, so fast forward a couple of years, this is last summer, and I am at a overnight camping festival. It's a cannabis thing. What the fuck was it? It was called the Legacy Festival. So it had both licensed grower, it had like licensed sales and stuff there, as well as like caregivers, but caregivers, quote, weren't allowed to sell their shit, but whatever. It was like half trap, half not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
But, so Adam is always like, he's like, he uses a walker and shit now, but B, he always has like a golf cart or something. He's always being like driven around or driving something around. Like that's whatever he's doing, that's what's happening. Mr. Baby, oh, damn it. My cat just dragged his ass on the carpet. Dude, motherfucker.
You deserve that shit, ho. He heard you fucking talking all this shit.
Yeah. You just streaked the carpet, baby. It's so gross.
Nice.
So anyway, I'm at the festival.
Good
I
boy.
run into Adam a couple times, and he pulls up at some point, and it's myself and one of the other activists, and he's like, you're my hero, you know that? And then they're kind of like stroking my ego for whatever reason. And Adam, he's like, no, he's like, whatever you want to talk. And I'm like, about what, old man? And he's like, well, you let me know. You hop in. I'm like, whatever, man. I'm like, I'm not hopping in your golf cart. So the evening goes by. I've, been tabling all day with Americans for Safe Access, and Adam comes over in his cart, and he was like, I was like, I gotta go pee. He's like, I'll drop you off over at the bathroom. I was like, okay. I'm like, I'll take you up on the offer. So he drives me over there, and I hop back in the cart, and he's like, I was like, okay. He's like, so what do you want to talk about? Or no, I can't remember what the fuck he said, but I asked him, I was like, okay, I was like, I have a question for you. It was like, you said that you would help me, and you had, with any kind of advice that I need. I was like, what do you think I should be doing right now with all this worker stuff and everything? And he goes, and he gave me some really good advice. He goes, hire an actuary. I was like, I was like, I don't know what an actuary is. He goes, actuary is a person that
I know who that is.
Calculate the acceptable death toll for the cannabis industry. I was like, oh. He goes, and that will tell you how long and what it's going to take for you to get anything done. Because until that threshold is met, nothing's going to happen. We're sitting in this thing, and he goes, oh yeah, so by the way, anytime he would come up to me, and I just would automatically go, hello, sir. And he would go, don't say sir unless you're wearing leather.
What?
He would always say, like, he always had these weird sexual fucking connotations with everything, and I'm like, this is just so, ugh. But, so he goes, he's like, I'm going to send you a book. Like, like, what's it called? He's like, the name's not important. And I was like, well, no, you need to tell me the name of it. And he kind of mumbled it, and I thought it said, like, I thought he said King, something King. I'm like, whatever. He's like, I'll hit you up. I'm like, okay. So he messages me a few days later, asks for my address, send me this book. I'm like, okay.
Oh, so she'll take anything in the mail, especially from Adam, right? She's just talking shit about Adam taking anything, but she's giving Adam her address.
Yeah, no, I mean, I really.
Weeks later.
Hold on, tell me. I really only got one thing to say about all of this, because it's like she's not even making sense. She's like on a drugged up rant. But there is one point, as you're playing it.
I just want to add, I made a 5-minute fucking, I made a Berg version of this interview that doesn't have all this shit in here, but this was Roach's idea. But
Yeah,
I
there's a
mean,
point in
dog, you
this.
might, I get what you're saying now.
Yeah, no, we can't like chop it up because then anything can be said. Like you got to hear it in the context. You know what I'm saying? So there's a point in here where she's talking about because she did give up the address, so she does get the book. Spoiler alert. Okay, and she's going on about it, and she's like, "I've never even opened."
KK's like, play it.
She goes, "I never even opened the book," and then you hear her close the book. Like, so just keep your ears open for that, people. It's coming up. It's coming up.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. Oh man, this shit is weird.
It comes in the mail. And like I said, I didn't know what it was called. I'm gonna pull it out here. I kept it in packaging because it has his name on it. As the return, as the sender. So the book is called The Ultimate Guide to Kink, BDSM, Roleplay, and the Erotic Edge. Is what Adam sent me in the mail.
Nice.
And like I said, I had no idea what he was sending me. And what I forgot to preface is the thing he said, I was like, well, why do you want to send it to me? He goes, well, it's about the way the world works, but I have a feeling you might already know.
Okay.
And it was this book. I have not opened it. And yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Like,
I think it was right there.
I have not opened it. And
Bro.
All right.
I have not opened it. And yeah, I'm looking at it right now. I didn't. Yeah, I was like, what in the fuck? I read the back. I'm like, Jesus Christ. And so that, very much took me off guard and made me very uncomfortable, to say the least. And he had been asking me to go out to dinner.
Yeah, it's just silent right now,
He would keep messaging me. He's like,
no.
He's like, you pick the place. He's like, when am I taking you? Or when are you coming to pick me up?
You got any of those?
There we go.
It wouldn't be Monday.
And
no, it wouldn't be.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. I didn't. Yeah, I was like, what in the fuck? I read the back. I'm like, Jesus Christ. And so that, very much took me off guard and made me very uncomfortable, to say the least. And he had been asking me to go out to dinner. He would keep messaging me. He's like, he's like, you pick the place. He's like, when am I taking you? Or when are you coming to pick me up?
You got any of those messages? You got any of those messages saved?
Maybe. I'm not I don't know if I'm very comfortable with sharing those. I'll take a picture of this book and send it to you for sure.
Okay. Just curious.
Yeah, like I said, I don't want to. I'm not here to have that part of this catalog because I don't want to take it anywhere because that is not my battle right now. It just isn't. I know how to handle Brooke. I know how to handle him. I have you know, you are one of two people that I told this to.
Right.
The
It
only
just,
other person that I told this to was another woman in the industry.
You know, I just have to ask, because the more things that I can see with my own eyes, the more credibility it lends to what you're telling. Not to say I don't believe you, but you know what I mean.
I have absolutely zero reason to lie about any of this.
Yeah, word up.
But here, I'll send you a picture of the book right now, and with his name. So it came from when we did an episode. So in between the book coming and him, you know, having my dress or whatever, we did a episode of Jazz Cabbage Cafe. We were on there together, and he was like on the show. He goes, "Oh, Stacy, by the way," he's like, "that book, I accidentally sent it to my niece in Florida."
Whoops.
And he goes, he goes, "So it's going to be coming from Florida." I was like, "Okay."
Wow.
And then when I got it, I was like, "You sent this to your fucking niece?" And then you said that on the air? That's so strange.
Weird.
Because at the time, I didn't know what the book was. But anyway.
Yeah, that's a little weird. Yeah. Although I do want to say, Stacey, the Harvey Weinstein of the cannabis industry is a strong accusation. Maybe he's being a little creepy, but has anyone ever made any type of accusations against him of like sexual assault or anything like that?
No idea.
Okay.
No idea.
Just curious.
That came from a woman that has been an advocate. Like, they have been in the same advocacy circle for over 20 years.
Okay.
Like, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of sexual, like, misogyny and shit, like, even on the advocacy side. And that was, like, a hard pill to swallow for me. Because I was like, I thought all these people were, like, do-gooders. And it turns out, like, some of them are just, like, yeah, they have some good tendencies, like, but it doesn't mean that they're good people.
Sure.
And just because they're advocating for something doesn't mean that, like, the reasons there are the right ones. And
no argument there. Yeah.
You know, and that was, like I said, that was like a lot to grasp. So there's other women I know that he has approached about, like, let me take you to dinner.
And that's, I don't care about that. Let me take you to dinner is fine, but sending random fucking BDSM books in the mail is a little questionable.
Right. You know, I'm just speaking from my experience, and again, like, this is just for your background to know who you're talking to.
Yeah, and I want to know
in the back of your mind,
I will.
because there were things that, you know, when I had been on Medical Mondays or something before, and Adam, and I had, like, it was before that interaction and before all that stuff, and there was he had said something, and I was like, well, that's an odd thing to say to somebody that's just like advocating for labor rights. He was like, we're gonna make you a star. You don't even realize it yet, but we're gonna make you a star. And I'm like, what?
Oh, shit. I didn't get the same offer. I wish they would have offered me that. I'm trying.
I'm like, well, that's not okay. So when guys, like, and this is something that I've, like, oddly enough, I've gone through sexual harassment cases before and won. But you know, men still leave some surprises. And in this industry, I've experienced there's this certain language that they use when talking to each other about women in front of us. One of those things is saying that we have talent.
Oh, the talent is what bartenders will call hot chicks that walk into a bar.
Well, talent,
I'm familiar with that. Yeah.
Yeah. The way that they're using it here is a bit more.
I think she just realized she never been called that in a bar before.
More heinous than that. It's like, we can use this, like, there's a whole sex fucking sales circle here in Michigan that's getting really, like, or people are getting hurt. I don't know if Adam has any, you know, I don't know what he has his hands in and what he doesn't, because I don't.
I just gotta replay that.
Associate with him like that, but when I see him at events, I'm always very nice, and he's always slightly perverted. And I just know that is how the interactions are just going to be. So, however, he respects me, And although I have not said to his face, "Don't ever fucking speak to me like that," I think he gets it.
Did you ever confront him about sending you this book?
Nope, we never talked about it. He
Have you?
Reached out via message on Facebook a couple times. It was just like, "So when are we going to dinner?" And I just never responded. He knew that my dad had just gotten sick, and he knew that, and he still sent me this book, and it was just so disgusting. Like he knew what was going on in my life, and was still like having this strange pursuit that just, it really irked me out. But nobody is trying to. So, literally, there are women that are they're the ones that are doing their I don't know what they're raising the flag for sexual harassment. I'm not one of those people. I did my fight with that, and guess what? Nothing is ever going to change, and I know that. I accept that, and I want nothing to do with that fight. I don't. However, when somebody like Adam is paraded around, it's important to know just what some very credible women have experienced or have seen.
Any of those other ladies want to talk to me?
Nope, not at all.
Okay.
Nope, nobody wants anything to do with it. Nobody wants to fucking make this a thing at all.
Well, if that
I was very hesitant to even reach out to you because I don't want this to be anything. I just want you as a person, to know from me as a person, because we respect each other, that this Adam has done some shit in his day. I'll leave it at that. Yeah. And you that's what those are some things I think it would make for a great.
Well, here's the deal, Stacey. If any of those other women ever do want to talk about it, you got my number, and you're free to share it with them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to tell anybody about my experience, nor am I going to talk to anybody else about it other than you and the other person I told. Well, the people don't show their true colors right away, man.
Wow.
I think he came upon a piece of really important information, and I think we were all really impressed with that. And it was oh my gosh, hey, this person is and then the true colors came out, and it's there's, unfortunately, that's just part of life. There's going to be, I would just, for my own curiosity, because Medical Mondays, they were really popular for a while.
Yeah.
They were throwing events, and it's because of sexual harassment accusations against Berg and Roach.
No shit.
And there was and I think things came out about Adam, but I was I had already set my boundaries with those people, and I stopped watching their show even before all of that. So literally, there was sexual harassment accusations. I don't remember what happened. I really don't remember what happened.
Okay.
I know I could reach out to somebody. There's this one gal, and she might be able to lead me in the right direction. Maybe she'll talk to you.
Feel free to put us in touch.
It's Adam related, but it's it's not directly about him, but it's about the people that he's directly involved.
Well, also, I did go on those guys' shows, and if they're scumbags, I want to not do that again. I don't want to be appearing on people's shows.
They're total scumbags. Yeah, they don't have the respect of the community anymore at all. They don't.
The ultimate guide to kink. There it is. Oh, cool. Well,
appreciate you, and thanks for taking the time to listen. And
of course.
I look forward to watching the episode.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate you, man. I'll talk to you soon, man.
Yeah, peace.
And that was the end. Sexual harassment accusations that she don't know what happened. Isn't that what she just said?
Yeah, she said it three times.
I'm not going to tell anybody about my experience. They were really popular for a while.
Yeah.
They were throwing events, and it's because of sexual harassment accusations against Berg and Roach.
Wow. Yeah.
They were really popular for a while.
Yeah.
They were throwing and I think things came out about Adam, but I was I had already set my boundaries with those people, and I stopped watching their show even before all of that.
What? Like, I think the only show that she's ever watched was the one that she was fucking on. And she's so narcissistic, she had to fucking watch herself.
Yeah, man, she's completely, utterly full of shit. Not now, not then, not ever have I ever been accused, investigated, or any shit.
No.
Like,
And
the fuck out of
you know
here.
what? You know what? I've been sexually harassed in the cannabis community. I admit it.
If anything.
Does anybody out there give a fuck about that?
Nobody cares.
Crickets, bruh. Crickets.
Yeah, this is some bullshit. But yeah, somebody talk to their girl. Because that shit ain't cool.
Bruh.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't feel the need to defend it. There's women out here. They know me. They've been in need or in danger or had a great fucking time in my presence.
Nah, we've looked out.
Okay. So
not expected anything in return, just hooking people up.
Yeah, man.
Believe it or not, like a lot of people have received stuff from Medical Mondays one way or another, whether it be gifts, knowledge, or fucking everything, man. Getting your fucking medical marijuana card that you should have already.
Either way, man. Just so y'all know, this is some bullshit. If this comes across your desk, know you're getting fed some bullshit.
And like, it really pisses me off because it's like the person that she's talking to is like in a different state. And she doesn't want any of this to get out because of the repercussions. She couldn't handle it mentally. Bro.
Yeah, man. It's kind of a bummer. Like I said, sorry guys.
Those
Coming back
23
wasn't all.
minutes, 23 minutes talking to some dude out of state about some guys that she knows nothing about. We're just pieces of trash that sexually harass females. I've been made felt awkward around all kinds of females. Like you probably shouldn't be touching me there. Like for real. Like, but no.
Yeah, man. That shit's foul.
And I never looked at this shit as having all kinds of followers or fucking like or fans. We never called y'all fans. You're our Medical Mondays fan. That's what we've always said. So
Medical Mondays is a family, for sure. It's always like that, man. You try to be cool, you try to help somebody, and when they're in the position, are they going to mention your name the way you mentioned theirs? Here's a perfect example of people not doing that. And yet this woman touts herself as an activist, thinks that she's making the difference. If this is how you're going about it, you're not going to get very far with you or your causes. It's like, I don't know about anybody else, but like this girl's at zero credibility, less than zero credibility right now. Jeez.
Jeez Louise. Just glad I'm not mad anymore.
Was the guy going for the story, or was he just playing along to get her to talk more? I mean, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't even know where it came from, so I couldn't speak about that. But either way,
I don't want to have anything to do with them if they're scumbags. Oh, they're total scumbags.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. Like, stuff's kind of weird.
Fucking awkward.
Yeah, indeed.
It's a whole conspiracy, man. And on the record, I don't think I was the one that reached out to her to be on the show. I want to say it was Adam. And as far as like making her famous, what? Like, why the fuck am I gonna make you famous, ho?
Yeah.
Adam with the freak books. Why is Adam's physical appearance relevant? I don't know, man. She was dogging him it's from the get, right out the gate. He's in a walker, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, no, like the majority of her
His
thing
body's
is about
rejected
Adam.
him. Like, damn.
Yeah,
I know, yeah, that's
her
what
gripe
it.
is with Adam, but I don't know why you're saying my fucking name.
Right.
And then like on the worst part,
Bro.
Fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Yeah, I don't know, man.
I don't know, man. Like, speechless.
You know, like in the past, you know, people in the audience, listeners, fam,
He gets it.
have had
Did you ever
issues.
confront him about
They've
sending you
had
this book?
issues, and they brought us.
He knew that.
They brought it to us, and we did our best to like make it right. I think this is a situation where we got to reach out to y'all.
This was the
We're
first
having a
time
problem.
I
We're
ever
having a
heard about
problem.
these sexual. What did she say? Not even like not sexual assault. She says sexual harassment.
Yeah.
Just want to make that clear.
Yeah, I don't even know where that comes from, man. Crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah, and like
I mean, maybe she's in here watching. Who knows? I don't know, man. She never tunes in, apparently. And like, how did you find out about my man in
bro,
another
because we don't.
state? You reached out to a dude in another state. You felt some kind of way. Ugh. Like 80% of that shit had to do with Adam. 20% had to do with you, me, and the show.
Yeah, I
And
don't know what
y'all
she was on.
too. The real ones are still here. You're here right now. Like,
Yeah.
motherfuckers think like these people are new. Like, no. Like, the real ones are still motherfucking here. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. I don't know, man. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. Twenty-three minutes. 23-minute conversation.
Hmm. Yeah, man.
Disappointing. Disappointing. To say the least, man. And just to be clear, I've heard Adam say worse to people, call him sir. That was the first time I ever heard him say, or she supposedly you know, she remembers him saying leather. Word. I missed something, huh? Going to have to rewatch Red Setter Farm. What up, though? Yeah, definitely gonna have to rewatch. I mean, I'm sure this episode might get a few hits. I bet you Adam could have watched it on the plane. He just didn't feel like paying for the internet. My, usually he says, "Not with your clothes on." Exactly, Brett. That's what he usually says. Not leather.
Yeah. What conversation led up to this one? This didn't sound like the first time she's talked about this. It rolled off her tongue pretty easy.
Right. So imagine who she's talking, like, bruh. Like, she's just out there talking shit to people in the community. And I'm wondering why we've lost our fan base. Fan base. I could give a fuck less about a fan base. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. We've been up and down since day one. So, whatever, man. Don't even want to talk analytics.
Yeah, no, he did play the whole thing, Clover. We just kept interrupting it.
Yeah.
But the whole thing is out there.
Yeah. You could tell she was twisting words. Twisting, like, fabricating accusations. Like, who? I don't remember what happened. I don't know who Berg and Roach went after sexually.
No, and like,
them, like, get the fuck out of here.
And like, I understand, like, if somebody puts a gun to your head and says, make some shit up about Roach, make some shit up about Bird, I get it. Say what you gotta, people. We will not do a show on you. But what did she benefit from that?
I
What
don't
did
think
she gain?
I didn't say her name once tonight. I mean, the dude on the phone did, but I didn't mention her name one time. Man,
I mean, I think enough people know who it is that they can figure it out on their own to have a conversation with this young lady.
like, the longest
And
interaction I've ever had with her was when she was on the show. And I don't think she jumped on halfway through the show, if I want to remember.
yeah, no, I'm sure some people don't know her name, and that's fine too. But the of the world who do know who she is, figure it out.
Yeah, man, shit's real disappointing, man.
Yeah.
I mean, and this is someone that's supposed to be unionizing the cannabis industry. The industry, the AKA metric and, all the dispos, all that shit. Because why would you have to unionize caregivers, man? But anyways, that's all she goes to now is Hotbox Social and, all these metric events. So yeah, keep doing that, smoking all that metric bullshit. Hopefully, you get good stuff and not all the tainted shit that these people are putting out here.
They probably send her drugs in the mail, not fucking
Right. Oh, you got. Oh man, I heard you were talking shit about Berg and Roach. Here's some free shit.
Yeah, no, I'm sure there's probably a segment of people that are gonna be like that, but fuck you too.
That's like the password to get into a metric event. You want to get in free, be like, fuck Berg and Roach at the door. You get in for free, man.
That's what I heard.
I mean, you can try it. I don't know. Just saying.
Yeah, man. The shit was pretty crazy, man. Thanks for hitting me up. Let me know some bullshit was being said.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody who's going to see this later.
Ongoing trial over valid signatures on one of Nebraska's ballot issues.
Oh, you want to see this shit before you go in? I think it's
all right.
It's about that Nebraska shit.
Run it. For old time's sake, let's do it.
Oh man, hold on. It's Medical Mondays, bro.
One more time, man. One more time.
One more.
Ongoing trial over valid signatures on one of Nebraska's ballot issues has wrapped up its third day. Nebraskans are casting their vote on medical marijuana access, but the Secretary of State argues they shouldn't. 6 News has been following the long legal battle.
And 5 witnesses took the stand this morning. One of them was 66-year-old Michael Egbert of Grand Island. Egbert is facing charges in Hall County for allegedly forging signatures on both medical marijuana petitions with names from a phone book. Egbert was asked about his past and how he got involved with the campaign. He claimed he received no formal training about collecting or verifying signatures and says once signatures were collected, he kept them at home before turning them in. The defense asked Egbert if he was instructed by organizers to forge signatures. He said no. He also said he was told by the Hall County attorney that if he cooperated with the state, he would be, quote, covered.
Is it your testimony that the Hall County attorney told you that
that guy needs cannabis,
in this civil case today would be used against you?
Objection, hearsay.
Just saying.
I honestly don't remember, sir. I guess I don't know.
You don't know if the...
I don't remember, sir. I do not remember what the conversation was. I know if I came in here and I was cooperating with the state on this, that I was not gonna, I was covered, I guess, or not covered, but how would I put it? That nothing could be held against me, I guess, what I said here. I don't know how to put it.
He was also questioned about his relationship to J.C. Todd, a notary from York, who is also facing misconduct charges. Egbert testified he only met Todd one time and never signed anything in front of him.
We've taken Mr. Todd's deposition testimony in this case. Are you aware that he vigorously disputes that you met him just once?
Objection, four-man foundation to the word vigorously.
Vigorously.
Overruled. No, I'm not. But I know for a fact it was one time he was in the store and I dropped my petitions off to him.
Vigorously. But yeah, like I said, today the judge ruled in Nebraska that the voting, well, the votes will count. So hopefully, well, I don't know what the fuck kind of system they're talking about in Nebraska, but it's only medical. But who knows, man? Shit's crazy. What's your view on Florida right now? If I was in Florida, I wouldn't be voting for, what do they call it? Prop 3 or something. I think that's what they call it. You're muted.
Actually, I don't know what the fuck is happening in Florida, man. They're on hiatus. What are they doing? You tell me, man. I'm tuning into Medical Mondays. Bring me up to speed on what's happening in cannabis. What are the 3 big things I missed since April?
Well, I mean, Florida's, no, it's Amendment 3. So they're talking about making an amendment to their constitution, and basically the big corp cannabis is funding it. It's going to be once something's in the Constitution, it's a lot harder to get it out of or amend to it because there's going to be amendments attached to that if they want anything to be changed again. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely not.
So they're not.
I'm gonna have to watch it back.
You are, man. You are.
I don't know. It sounds like what the fix is in. They're gonna try to sneak some shit in and then make it hard to change.
Like, yeah, there was like one whatever big company. Let's all look it up.
Yeah, that seems par for the course. Oh, I got a lighter around here somewhere.
I don't even like talking about these fucking piece of shits. Big weed in Florida. No. Kim Rivers is the CAO of Florida's largest marijuana company. What's that company? Trulieve. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Did I say the Trulieve? I did. Yeah. Fuck Trulieve. They ain't even, man, all these motherfuckers get into the fucking weed business. They ain't even smoke weed, man. They're all getting fucking, man, I ain't even getting into it, but they're doing a lot more than cannabis. But whatever. To each their own. Shit, man. It's almost that time. I just want to remind everybody out there, if you don't have a card already, go out and get one. And one of the people you can hit up is Detroit Certification Center. You can get at them on social media for the Detroit Search Center or DetroitSearchCenter.com, or give them a call or text at 248-275-6707. Talk to Weezy. So Medical Monday sent you. She'll know you to hook you up. And yeah, man, she was cool as hell when I text her. I just recently got my card. I should be getting it. I said like next week or some shit. Hopefully. Hopefully.
Yeah, man. Like I was trying to say before you cut me off with the fucking Nebraska story, man. Yeah, it was good to be back, man. I wish it was under better circumstances.
For sure.
But yeah, man, if I helped you, man, help me out there. And I hope this situation resolves itself. You know, apologies are definitely owed, but not required.
No.
On that note, man, much love. I'm out. I will holla at y'all later. Peace.
Peace. Yeah, before I get out of here, I'll give a huge shout out to all of our sponsors. Oh, wait. No, I want to remind people to be at the fucking Get Back. Let me pull that up. Most forgot. Shout out to JSH Enterprises and Nug Abduction Extracts, putting on the non-perishable food Get Back $5 entry without donation, but man, bring some food and some dough, man. You know, you can fucking donate more than $5, but whatever, to each their own. November 24th, 2 p.m., 7 p.m. in Detroit. If you know, you know. It's going to be benefiting Capuchin Soup Kitchen and the First Step Women's Shelter. Usually they have a raffle going on, at least one dope prize that people can get, and it's a raffle ticket for everybody who brings some a donation. And I'm just saying, usually there's 3 or more, but at least one fire ass fucking giveaway. And yeah, save the date now. I'm sure, of course, Native Maid's going to be in the building. No Abduction Extract. John Doe, your boy Nice, Fuck Off Extracts, the whole line of people, man. I don't know if Fun Food Express is going to be there, but if not, hopefully we're going to have Chi-Town in the back. Hopefully we'll have both, but I know one of the two will come through. Yeah, come smoke out, have a good time. And huge shout out to all of our awesome sponsors, man. Shout out to Native Maid 313, Michigan Turf Farms, Nugget Abduction Extracts, Peaky Madman, SOB Labs, and Tree Street Packaging. Boom. Much love to y'all, man. Thanks for tuning in. Tune in next week. Yeah, stay informed on my only IG now. Berg 313 all. If you don't follow me, follow me. If not, yeah. If you got Facebook, a lot of people don't use Facebook anymore, but there's a Medical Mondays page on there. So go follow that, stay informed, and much love, y'all.